A Million Words, Vence, 1930. Seasons are arranged in a vase by the window, a veil of violets, dusty daisies, a wrinkled yellow chestnut spray. Icicles grow clear and thin like magic flutes. Phosphorus looks down upon us all, a crystal god who knows the shape of marrow in our bones. Wind is to snap us, rain to wilt, sunlight needles. Fingers digging fast, the ends of earth, the glowing rock of graves. What I will miss most about the world is change. Introspective skies suddenly catching sight of closed umbrellas. Real flesh and blood emerging from the somber cells of books. Women revealing their unexpected selves. Someone else's death. From this dying hand came the brandishing of clouds and torches, a dream landscape where meadows flourished under crops of birds spreading into continental shelves. The birth of an ideal sustains the man until both become a way of life, death diminishing nothing but the self. Years from here a stranger will walk into my house, the home of the infamous, etc., claiming to feel my spirit in the antique walls, only the words wanting out. The world of the dead is a megalopolis, Shakespeare scrunched beside Wordsworth, who I could swear is almost sitting on my knee. The combination of us all will haunt you, the quantity. I rush too far ahead, the daily world peeling from my brain like cobweb. All I seem to care about is living, not the life itself. The taste of water rather than the soggy map. The sound of words, touch of body hair, smell of sea, look of mirrors. I will leave nothing of myself behind, just these second-hand sensations, never quite complete. The world is eternal, not the man. I was something in the air, in the rose bush, a spot of cold, a thorn. Field upon field of daisies, chestnuts falling like a sky full of wish-wearied stars. The countryside unconscious with snow. The world is larger than an eye or mouth, and death promises to be fuller than even the greediest of hands. I do not believe in puny ghosts, but in giant plans. A lifetime that just might change the way the world goes on alone. Books are. Books do not breathe or share your soup, stroke your arms, inhale your rare perfumes. Books do not spit, love, or scheme for more. Books do not live parallel lives. Books do not pray or hold mirrors unto God. Books do not die with regrets. What books do is talk endlessly. Not to you or the sycamores or the china cups, but to no avail at all. Talk, more talk. Books have something to say and are bound to say it. Books equal their words exactly. Since my last letter I have been a book, or several books together. I do not listen or spit. I talk to thin air. Books are and emphasize. Nothing they chant and storm will ever stay the same. The wind on everything. Pages turned, pages torn. Green is the vein in a young man's desire. Eastwood, 1906. Green as a leaf's vein. Green as a thumbprint in moss. green as confetti on stillborn pawns, as infant grass. Asleep in a meadow my bare chest stains green, the nestled loinstone, the polished jade. Somehow the forest overwhelms most of life. Chestnut roots crack kitchen floors, holly leaves scratch downstairs doors, rabbits eat entire dresser drawers. I dive from my gaping bedroom window and am instantly stripped and shrunk. The mines grow arthritic, blacken back to dirt and undergrowth. The town squats on its squalid hill and strains. In the moonlight a young man runs tiny in the valley, a darting nakedness escape. In a bed of violets, an exhausted embrace. Women here turn red as berries, their slippers sinking in the leaves. Shop girls' smiles whisked aside, strands of scented hair. Bare ankles marvelous in blue brooks. I would like nothing better than to bleed those berries between my fingertips. Such are the tripping fantasies of an Eastwood lad with the woods set free in his nerves and wrists. If only the world were totally green, men walking entire countries with nothing hidden, blossoms bursting in their eyes, each glance a color, a bouquet of flesh. Green as the vein in a young man's desire, may all the lovers in the world be smudged with fingerprints. The forest thrives through my bedroom window and carries me away. Even my nipples are hard as jade, the world sharpened to a blade of grass. The Painted Life, New Mexico, 1923. At sunset, Frida solid on a black mare, a corsage of yucca blossoms tucked in her dress. Looks like the moon is rising from her breasts, love resurrected in the light. When I paint this desert, I am painting my own footprints surrounded by a sea of sand. Frida sits on a black island, bucking valiantly through the dry waves. We are alone, horizons dropping with the sun like walls of a grave. The black mare grows edgy. Night is nowhere for the beast following its sight. Frida dismounts, eclipsed by the great flanks of her island. When the self disappears, darkness simply fills the narrow space. Until the last I shall grovel for the merest light, painting after painting of tumbled sun, of a transparent life. And when finally dark, bury me in the valley of Frida's breasts, so thoughts of me will seem to rise with the slightest of breaths.